Marty is acclimating to the new neighborhood quite well. As you see, he's sitting out on the balcony, enjoying his morning. I don't know why he's staring at me. He was looking in the neighbor's yard, but... So, over here, this is where the neighbor that has the big dogs lives. Oh, he's got to come see what I'm doing now. I'm cleaning and organizing, and I found this in the closet. Got Zelda over here and Marty over here. You guys like each other again? What are you guys doing? I have little girl working with me today, and I'm trying to figure out, look at her fur. She's been laying in the sun so much in the new house that she seems to have really dried her skin out. Like, her fur is a lighter color than it was. She's been laying in the sun so much, and she's got this dry skin, and I don't know what to do about it. I give them wet food at night, which is what the vet had recommended I do. But if you have any other ideas on what I can do to get, because that's got to itch, right? So if you have any ideas on what I can do about that, let me know. And as you see over here, I've been unpacking some more boxes today. Well, good morning. What day is it? It's Friday, April 1st, April Fool's. And today is the day, I'm not kidding about this though, it's not a joke. My mom got here last night, so today's the day that I am going to see her again. I'm pretty sure, I haven't talked to her this morning, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to cut out of work a little bit early, and we're going to start our thrift shopping. And then I don't know what we'll do later on tonight, but that's the plan so far, and I will try to record as much as I can. Also, I wanted to show you these. I have to tell you about them. As you know, I'm on a special diet with this whole weight loss thing I've been on, and I think these are so good because I'm not allowed to have bread. No bread or pasta. So, these are a really nice option for breakfast. I wanted to have, I know they say to avoid frozen food and stuff because it's supposed to be high in sodium, and this is high in sodium, but sometimes I don't want to cook. And on those mornings, this is perfect. And it's got 260 calories per sandwich, and it's eggs, what is it? Eggs, bacon, spinach, caramelized onion, and Parmesan cheese. So definitely give these a try if you're looking for a frozen breakfast option. Look who I have in the car with me.
Me, Grandma Bev. Yeah, we do know each other. We are related. This is my baby daughter.
And yes, one thing people say a lot, I know we don't look alike, but
No, she's the pretty one.
Oh, stop it. I have proof through ancestry that she is my mother.
And I've got the C-section scar.
Right. But remember, I remember you telling me that my dad's mom, which is funny because that's who I actually look like.
She does.
She said that I didn't look.
Oh,
remember?
You're thinking of what my mother said.
Oh, I thought it was my dad's mom. So I guess it was my mom's mom that said that I didn't look like I didn't look like her when I was born. And I did. Oh, I had really dark hair and brown eyes and a real dark tan. And it doesn't sound like me, right? But
wasn't me that did it. No.
But then the picture where I'm 3 months old, it does look like me.
It does.
And it still looks like the baby that was born too. Like, it's not like I got switched at the hospital or anything.
My mom had a way of making comments sometimes that, and I guess I do the same. People take wrong.
Well, it's kind of like my dad's mom, when you were pregnant with me, said, "Oh, you're not going to name her something like blank, are you?" And my mom said, "No." And then my cousin now has that name.
Yeah. I was thinking of naming her, or, before I decided what name, I was thinking of naming her Angela. And as soon as my then mother-in-law heard that, he goes, Angela? Why not name her something like Vanessa? She was different. When I was pregnant with I wasn't pregnant with my second one, when I gave birth to him and I was still in the hospital, they come in to see me and they say, let's stop it at 2 now. You kids can't afford any more kids. I knew then and there I would have a third child.
Which is funny because they seemed like they really liked me too.
Oh, yeah.
So it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
I ended up being somebody they wanted around, but it's
Well, remember, we were pretty young when your dad and I got married, and I was only 21 when I had the second one, so,
Now, I wouldn't have minded being named Angela. I think Angie's a cute name, and the other name I told you, if I could have picked any name for myself, I would be a Kathy.
I don't know what name I'd pick for me.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Just haven't thought.
Any suggestions, folks?
Well, because I what made me think about it? Oh, it was one of on my other channel, the book channel, one of the tag questions was, if you could pick your name, what would it have been? And so that's what got me thinking about it. I don't normally think about it, but I do like my name. I like Michelle, but the one thing I don't like about my name, though, is everybody has my name.
They spell theirs wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's not so much that, because I would say just as many Michelles have one L. So other Michelles always say, are you one L or two?
Right.
But in my age group, though, the Gen Xers, there's so many Michelles.
Are there?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Every class I was in, it was Michelle E, Michelle G, Michelle S.
Well, when I was pregnant with you, of course, we didn't have the means of knowing what our child was going to be before we gave birth to them. So I had the name Michael picked out if it was a boy and Michelle if it was a girl. Cute, huh? And then I didn't believe them when I'm in the, in the room where they operated to get her out. And finally I said, well, what was it? And they said it was a girl. I said, oh, come on. This is not the time to kid me. Some pediatrician brought her over and moved the blanket. Okay. And then I went to sleep.
She wanted a girl really badly.
Right. I only got pregnant because I wanted to have a girl.
Okay. Now I feel like it's right up here. Either this street or the next one. Must be the next one. It's not.
We're looking for a Goodwill.
Turn right.
Turn right.
400 feet, though.
Oh.
Is that here?
I
guess it
here.
is. Okay.
Went through this yesterday, Bob. Well, your gas is cheaper here.
Turn right.
I mean, not cheaper than Arizona, but cheaper than California.
It's funny because some people.
Turn right onto Dean Martin Drive.
Yeah.
Except Hawaii, maybe.
69. I could not believe it. Well, that's a Goodwill truck. Let's follow it.
Yeah. It's probably up here. Oh, yeah. You're right. Let's follow it. That's a good idea. And then this is kind of sad. So when Brad's mom was pregnant with him, she told the whole family, if it's a boy, I'm naming the baby Christopher. Her cousin, and this is in New York City, so they all lived right near each other. Her cousin.
He turned in there. So.
Oh, yeah, this is it. Okay.
There it is.
So her cousin had a baby boy a couple months before Brad was born and named him Christopher. Isn't that awful?
What a biatch.
Oh, wait. I'm really going down this for a while here. Where's the entrance?
Where's the entrance?
I don't know.
Right there.
Turn left onto West Mesa Verde Lane.
Now, this sounds like Siri, this voice.
Does it?
Yes.
Sorry. But yeah, isn't that terrible to do that to somebody? And I told Brad, it's funny because you could have been a Christopher. You look like a Chris. And I like the name. I told him I wouldn't have cared either way because I like Chris and Brad, but I probably like Brad more as a name.
Do you like Brad in there?
Well, no, I mean in the name.
Where's the door?
I don't know.
Looks like they're going over that way.
Are they?
No, I think it was down that other.
You think?
Who knows? things.
Well, I think you're wrong. So, and I'm never wrong.
You notice I'm not saying anything.
I'm kidding.
I know you are. What's that?
Oh, I'm in neutral. This is so funny. I was in neutral, not reverse.
Well, we moved.
I've
It
never
got us to where we were going.
I have never done that in my life. That is too funny. I did it while we were recording too.
I know. Well, we passed a spot when we first came. Oh, here.
Maybe we just shouldn't have come, you know?
Let's go back.
All right. The other thing that was weird is when we were about to leave, it said that this place was right a couple miles from where my mom is staying, but it said it was going to take half an hour to get here. I thought, what?
Yeah.
It didn't. It took, what, not even 5 minutes.
All right.
Bizarre. Well, we're back. Oh, hold on.
That was interesting. Oh, my hair got all messy. I'm wearing a mask. I was one of maybe 3 who had a mask on. In there, I felt like you needed it.
It was, you know, I hate to sound like a snob, but I don't know if those clearance centers are for me.
I know, me either.
There's a lot of bins, and it's very dirty everywhere.
And everybody's just...
Yeah, and throwing stuff around, and all this dust is flying around, and and you know what? I don't like going through bins, I've decided. I like having stuff on display, and I can just look at it. And if I want to take it home, well, I can. But I don't like having to go through a display like that. And then, of course, you know, having to bend over a lot. Then we had this guy that
kept following us around.
And he kept doing all this silly stuff, like trying to cut in front of us in line. And then he'd be like,
goofing off.
Did you notice I cut in front of you? And then I picked up a painting, and he's trying to take it out of my hands. And it's like, okay, could you leave? Thanks.
We should explain what kind of Goodwill this was.
I said it was a clearance center, didn't I? I don't know.
Clearance center. But for those of you who don't know what clearance center is, it's where everything that doesn't sell in the Goodwill store goes to die. And what doesn't sell in there, it's hauled to the dumps. You know, right?
Yep. Yep. It gets broken, and like I heard the lady telling this guy, any books that they don't grab, just rip the front off of it, and we throw them away. It's like, ugh. These poor books. That's where they.
Yeah.
How would those books feel just sitting there? Nobody wants them, you know. And I wanted to look at the books, and what I had looked, then they started taking the books away, and then it looked like they were going to bring more books out. But then the guy said, you have to wait till we bring all the bins out before you can look at any of them. And it's like, I'm not like that. No, I just want to leave. It's like, I don't want to stay here for an hour.
People were lining up along the front of where the other bins were that were full of junk, waiting for those bins to get open, and then they,
it was like watching people get ready for a relay race. They're like, you know, cracking their knuckles and like, okay, let's get ready to go. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm not trying to get in a fight or anything.
And they've got these carts, and they've got them parked in different spots, you know, because they can't have them out right near the floor. That they go and put their stuff in until they get them full, because they're charged by the pound.
So we're going to a different.
We're going to go to a regular Goodwill.
A regular Goodwill, where I don't know about you, but where I feel more comfortable because I can just look at things on display.
Right. We don't have to touch everything.
There's something creepy about that when it's something so dirty looking. And
I had picked up a shirt. It was a Michael Kors shirt. It looks okay to wear around the house, and if I end up not wanting it, I'll just take it to my thrift store. I asked her she says, do you want, I'll just pay for yours. So I handed it to her, and it creeped her out because it touched her skin. And finally I said, I don't need this.
There was something crusty on there.
Oh.
That's why I was like, I don't want it touching my skin. Like I'm
not going to say what somebody might have used it for.
Right. Right.
Dirty minds.
I mean, yeah.
So we're going to go to a regular Goodwill store now.
Excuse me.
There's a Dollar Tree in there.
I just keep driving.
Bob would be saying, "Oh, honey, you want to go back, yeah.
Well,
he sits in the hot car, you know.
I just figured you just went and I just went.
Yeah.
So
No, we don't need to go. Unless there's one you feel is really spectacular as far as what they have in it.
well, I'll tell you what. It's not what they have in it, but
What they don't have.
it's not what they're selling. But the one near my house is the cleanest, most perfectly organized Dollar Tree I've ever seen. I mean, everything's facing the same way. It's perfectly aligned. It's like going into a really bougie grocery store. You know how everything's so perfect on the shelves? That's what it's like in there. I have a Backstreet Boys song in my head, in case you were wondering.
Well, mine is Girls Just Want to Have Fun, because I saw that little picture and it was labeled Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Mine's that one.
There's a Dollar Tree sign again. I'm trained to look for those, you know.
Mine's that one. Everybody. Yeah. It's in here somewhere. It's at the sign said. Do you see it?
What is the Goodwill?
Yeah. Oh, there it is back there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we came out of Goodwill, and next door to it almost was Dollar Tree.
A big one.
Peeps.
A big one. It was a nice one. I mean, it was
Pretty messy.
It was messy, but it was nice and big.
And that was because they must have gotten a whole big shipment of stuff in, because there were boxes piled in almost every aisle, and the shelves were looking kind of scarce. So, you know, they've got the goods. They just, you know, they were trying to put them on the shelves and then trying to satisfy people as far as, you know, there's a lot of people in there, and the line was long, and it was hot. I deserve this, and she deserves her candy bar.
Mm-hmm.
Because we kept our mouths shut, we were very nice. We never blame anything on the people working there.
No, and the one lady says, "I'm so sorry, the truck just came in and
Yeah.
we weren't done unpacking what came in yesterday." And I said, "I understand. I used to work retail." And she said, "Are you looking for a job?"
Yeah.
No.
We were having a job fair thing there, I noticed when we went in the sign.
I haven't had a Milky Way in years.
Well, I can't say that about Peeps. And now, Peeps are cheaper in other stores. But we were in that store. Yeah, it's a shame they've had to raise the prices, because it makes a difference now. Some of the things we can get cheaper at Walmart and Target than Dollar Tree. And I like knowing that however many things I had in my basket, that's how much it's going to cost. But there's certain things that I like the taste of from there that it'll keep me going in. Now we're going to a TJ Maxx, and I've been dying to go to one since Bob and I headed down south. I went to one in Southern California, and it was the last one I've been in.
Sorry.
I understand. I put a peep in my mouth.
This IHOP over here, I love their blueberry, or not IHOP, sorry, Denny's. I love their blueberry pancakes. Well, now they have blueberries with strawberries and bananas, and it is so good. So good.
It was hot in that store, though. And it just adds to the stress level or the heat when there's kids in there. And we're just not into kids anymore. And I'm trying to be nice to them. They'll be smiling. So leave me alone.
Well, and so many parents now, though, a baby will look at me and smile, and I'll be like, "Hi," and they'll look at me like, It's like,
Right.
I don't want to steal your child. Trust me. You get to deal with that when you
Yes.
go home at night,
Yes.
not me.
We've been there, done that. No more.
I haven't been there and done that, but I no longer want to go there or do it. You hit a certain age where it's like, no, I'm too old.
That's
now.
right.
You know, Brad was so smart when he said, and this is when before, I don't even think we were engaged yet when we were talking about if we have kids. Because we knew the other one was the one for us right away. And he had said, let's try to have a kid. And when we hit 40, let's stop. And I said, that sounds good. Just for quite a few reasons. And then when I hit 39, I had some health issues that made it to where I had to go back on birth control. So that was when we stopped trying. And it's so funny because once I hit 40, it's true what they say. You wake up every morning in pain somewhere and your body slowly, and I thought, thank God we made that decision, because just with the lack of energy and the pain that I feel so regularly, injuries.
It doesn't get any better.
No.
either.
Injuries from when I was a teenager are popping back up now all these years later. And I think I wouldn't be a good mom. Not now. I would resent having to run around after a kid. When I was younger, I would have been a good mom, I think, but not anymore.
I might have been a better mom now, though. In the sense that I could just let him, God, go do what the heck you want. It's what everybody else is doing with their kids.
I don't know. I think you and Dad had this, this is where we're going to eat. This is where we're going on vacation. This is whatever. And I felt like as a kid, you think, okay, they're in charge. I'm just here for the,
All right.
adventure of it all.
We're there to raise you.
Right. And so, as disrespectful as I was as a teenager, I still had a level of respect for you that I don't think kids have now, because so many kids I know, they get to pick where the whole family goes on vacation. Mm-hmm. The kids get to pick where they go to dinner. They get to pick where they move when they move, where they live. It's like
What time they go to bed.
they get to pick
Whose
it
bed
all.
they're going to sleep in.
Right. And it's like, there is just no way that I would have had that kind of respect for you guys if I made all the decisions. I'd be like, well, I'm the one in charge. You're here for my ride this time.
And I often go, or remember your dad, get up into a McDonald's line.
I know what you're going to say.
And then the kids would say, I want a such and such.
Whoa. No. He would say, what do you want? And then we would say what we want.
And then he would see, because back then they had the burgers kind of in the window, the drive-through window thing where you could see as they're making them, they're sliding them in the bin. He'd look to see what looked like they had a lot of, and he'd say a choice few words, you're getting what I order.
Yep. You'll eat what
And
I
they
get for you.
didn't argue either.
We never complained. But I can eat anywhere because of how he used to make us eat what we didn't want to eat.
Yeah.
I can eat anywhere now. I can always find something that I like.
Oh, well.
I'm not a picky eater. And it's funny too, I can still picture that McDonald's in Mill Creek.
TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx. God, it's crowded here.
Oh.
Home Goods.
It's a TJ Maxx / Home Goods, ladies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We have our crickets back here in Vegas this year. Look at that cutie patootie, huh?